Alright, so let's take a look at a typical mystery box. It's going to be a large flat rate box from the Postal Service, U.S. Postal Service. And one of the reasons I call them mystery boxes is because you don't know what you're going to get. The whole theme of these boxes is getting started in e-waste recycling and refining. And if you're doing a pickup, like at a customer site or something, you don't know what you're going to get till you get there and you pick it up. And then you have to make the best with whatever it is you do get, okay? And these mystery boxes are going to be kind of like that. They're going to have good stuff in them, but I can't emphasize enough that they're all going to be different, okay? Not every mystery box is going to be exactly the same. They're not all going to have the same stuff in it. They're going to be a surprise, okay? But we'll look at a typical box and see what you might get in a typical box. And I'm going to, like I said, it's a large flat rate box, and I'm going to try and stuff these pretty darn full. Like the post office says, if it fits, it ships. So I'm going to stuff them pretty darn full. So let's see what you might get in a typical box. We got a desktop motherboard here. Now here's a bag full of gold-plated connectors. All these connectors have some kind of gold plating on them. Okay. Oh, we got a RAM stick here. Here's a circuit board with long gold-plated pins on the back. All right, and some other components on the front. All right. Another circuit board with gold-plated pins. This looks like circuit board off of a SCSI hard drive. Yeah, that's what it was. SCSI hard drive. Got gold corner BGA on it. Got some other components that have gold in them. Got looks like a dual RS-232 slot card for a desktop computer. Got gold fingers on it. Gold-plated connectors. Got some IC chips that got gold in them. Lovely. There's a 2-inch hard drive right there with gold-plated fingers on the back. There's going to be components on the back of this board. There's components inside it. Another RAM stick. Let's see. We got this looks like a laptop motherboard. Yeah, so that's an entire laptop motherboard. Oh, we got gold corner BGAs. We got lots of gold plating all over it. This is some sort of little LCD screen. Came out of some piece of equipment I scrapped out. Got lots of gold plating on it. Got lots of big flat pack IC chips on it that contain gold. Another little PC board with components on it. Another desktop computer slot card with gold fingers, gold connectors. Looks like a network card. Just miscellaneous connector with gold fingers, gold pins in it. This looks like the board from a DVD drive. It's got gold-plated connectors on it. Got some IC chips with gold in them. This looks like a board that came out of a big industrial printer I scrapped out. It's got lots of gold plating on it. It's got lots of connectors with gold plating on it. Lots of IC chips, lots more gold plating on this side. So plenty of gold there. Another RAM stick. Oh, look at this. We got an entire little notebook computer. Now again, can't emphasize enough, not every box is going to be the same. Not every box is going to have a notebook computer in it because I don't have enough for every box. But some people will get notebook computers. Another RAM stick. Another RAM stick. There's DVD drive. So here's a great big honking extruded aluminum heat sink with a fan attached to it. So, when you get into e-waste scrapping and recycling and metals recovery, don't turn your nose up at the aluminum and the copper, okay? They can actually make you significant money. If I scrap out, a couple of dozen desktop computers, I'll get a couple of dozen big, hefty heat sinks like this that are either aluminum or copper. Hey, they're worth money at the scrapyard. They pile up, and you can take them to the scrapyard and hey, you got beer money for a couple weeks, okay? So don't turn your nose up at this. This is an opportunity to learn about scrapping, okay? So the copper and the aluminum are not something to turn your nose up at while you're going after the gold and the silver, okay? Got a desktop 3.5-inch hard drive here, and again, you know, we got a board on the back with gold fingers. There's components on it. There's components inside. But I'll tell you what, the case of this thing is forged aluminum, and it's quite heavy. And if you scrap out a whole bunch of these and take them to the scrap yard, you know, clean up these forged aluminum cases, take them to the scrap yard, you get good money for them. Looks like we got another desktop motherboard down here on the bottom. So there we go. That's kind of the contents of a typical box. Oh, there's another RAM stick down there. Don't want to forget it. We've got quite a few RAM sticks. All right. So that's the contents of a typical box. Like I said, they're not all going to be identical. They're going to be different. There might be all kinds of stuff in the box. There might be motors. There might be, you know, actuators. There might be industrial equipment. But it's all going to be good stuff that all has, you know, recoverable metals in it. You know, not just gold and silver, but maybe some copper, maybe some aluminum, just to sort of get you started with, you know, the idea of scrapping out stuff and getting the maximum value out of it. Like I keep saying, don't turn up your nose at the copper and aluminum when you're going after the gold. The gold's nice. The copper and aluminum, well, they can be a nice payday too as they pile up while you're doing this. You know, I've scrapped out hundreds of hard drives and made a lot of money off the aluminum cases. I've scrapped out hundreds of desktop PCs and made a ton of money off of the heat sinks that were on the processors and on the other chips in them. So there you go. So provisional pricing, and this may change depending on demand, availability, and what kind of quality of stuff I've got to put in here. Pricing may change in the future, but I'm looking at like 35 bucks plus shipping. Okay, what it's going to cost to ship you a flat rate box. So that's what we're looking at right here. And like I say, pricing may change. Everyone's different. There's going to be limited availability. First come, first serve. Don't ask me for a particular box with a particular thing in it, because you're just going to get whatever box is on top of the pile. Okay? I can't do that. It's just like whatever box is on top of the pile today, that's what you're getting when you place your order. Okay? So if you can live with those rules, here you go. Here's your mystery box. Okay. Alright, it's all packed up again. Ready to go off to somebody. I may stick a few extra things in there just to, you know, finish up, take up some of that space in there, keep it from rattling too bad. I'll try to pack them as tight as I can before I ship them out. Availability is going to be limited because, you know, I got to scrap some of this stuff out myself, you know, to keep the e-waste gravy train rolling around here. So basically, when I'm up to my ears in e-waste and don't have time to process it all, I will put together some boxes, all right, and make them available. It's going to be now and then, here and there, probably not available all the time. So so email, check my website, my blog, whatever. Always email first to see if they're really available, because the blog's going to be behind, all right? Because I'm going to try and get these on the blog. I'm going to try and get a for sale section on the blog. I've got a lot of industrial equipment. I've got a lot of machinist equipment that's good stuff. Just it needs a new home. You know, I don't want to just take it to the scrap yard and get scrap metal value out of it. A lot of it has intrinsic value because it's good equipment that can be reused. So I'm going to try and put a for sale section on my blog for that stuff, and these will appear too. But like I say, email me first to make sure they're really available. They're not sold out. Okay?